If you're watching this right now, then you have a passion for cars just like I do. Join me for 4 badass vehicles that were made by American companies, but you couldn't get in the United States. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more cool ass car content. And now, time for my list. Here's another example of a cool car from an American company that was never available in America. This is the Chevy Opala. It's Opala, not Impala. The Opala was a mini muscle car that was only available in South America. The Opala was manufactured and sold throughout South America by Chevy's South American division. This was one of Chevy's most popular South American models during its production from 1969 to 1992. This car was designed after the Chevy Nova II, and the most popular means of power came from a long-lived 250 cubic inch 4.1 liter inline 6-cylinder engine. You might not think this car should be called a mini muscle car because of the inline 6-cylinder engine, but with some Brazilian gearheads' amazing know-how and some modifications, that inline 6-cylinder can push out upwards of 800 horsepower. That's crazy. Chevrolet sold over 1 million of these cars during its production in South America and was Chevrolet's first passenger car made in South America. These cars are still extremely popular in Brazil today, and it's normal to see the inline 6-cylinder with a turbo or twin turbos or even supercharged. How cool is that? This is yet another example of a cool car from an American company that you couldn't get in the States. Next on my list is the Chevy Verenio. Yeah, I'm pronouncing that wrong. My bad. I bet most of you have never heard of this South American Chevy before. Meet the Suburban's brother, the Chevy Verenio. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, my bad. Let's just call it the Suburban's brother, because I can't pronounce that. Anyway, the Suburban's brother was specifically designed for the South American market in 1964 and continued through later generations. This was one of the first full-size SUVs in South America and had many engine options. The early models featured the 235 and 261 inline 6-cylinder engines, while some came with V8s. And you could get your 9-passenger South American people hauler with a 3-speed on-the-column manual or an automatic transmission. General Motors continued to make this extremely popular South American version of the Suburban until 1994. There wasn't many cosmetic changes over the 30 years to the Suburban's brother, which, for my fellow Americans, might seem crazy, but that's the norm in Brazil and the rest of South America. This is just another example of a vehicle from the past that you couldn't get in North America. What do you think of the Chevy Verenio? I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. If I am, my bad. Next on my list is the last gen Dodge Ramcharger. Kind of like a 2-door Chevy Tahoe. This was only sold in Mexico. This is a 2000 Dodge Ramcharger. Yes, a Ramcharger. Not a Dakota, not a Durango. This is a Dodge Ramcharger. You know, I only sold them in South America. I've made videos on them. This one is right here in front of me, and this one's a little custom. Check this out. This is a 2000 Dodge Ramcharger. Here, I'll show you. See that? 2000 Dodge Ramcharger. That's cool. Check this out. Let me go back here. That thing's insane. Look at this. That's insane, guys. Wow. This generation Ramcharger was only sold in Mexico from 1999 through 2001. It was a 2-door rear-wheel drive SUV, and buyers could choose between a 5.2 or a 5.9 liter V8. And it's a little custom. Check this thing out. Look at them wheels. Check that out. Suicide doors. This thing is something. Look at that. This is a 2000 Ramcharger. You cannot buy them in the States. You can only get them in South America. I wanted to get some more info on this Ramcharger, but the builder wasn't available at the time. And no, the lady in the chair is not the builder. And the last vehicle on this list is the Ford Falcon Cobra that was only sold in Australia. In 1978, Ford of Australia was ready to debut its new totally redesigned Falcon XD for the 1979 model year, and that left them with 550 1978 Falcon XC models to sell. With around 150 of those spoken for by dealerships, that left around 400 leftover Falcon XCs. So what do you do with 400 leftover two-door Ford Falcons in the late 70s? Well, the first idea was to build a special edition Playboy hardtop with the adult magazine's logos and bespoke interior. Well, of course, that idea quickly got rejected because it was against Ford's family-friendly image. That's when Edsel Ford II stepped in. He was the new head of sales and marketing and proposed a limited edition Cobra model inspired by the American Shelby Mustangs of the 60s. All the leftover XCs got a snow white finish with contrasting blue twin stripes that ran across the body with distinct Cobra logos. The first 200 cars got the Aussie version of the 351 cubic-inch 4-barrel Cleveland engine making around 217 horsepower, with the latter got the 302 cubic-inch 4-barrel engine that made around 202 horsepower. You could have gotten your Falcon XC Cobra as either a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic. I think these limited edition cars from down under are actually pretty cool looking. Just another cool car that was never sold in the US.